Now we're talking about elbows. We have 7 basic elbows, at least in Krav-Maga, and these are the most powerful strikes along with our knee and our headbutts. Elbow strike, it is one of the strikes that we call extreme close contact. This is something that we are here now in a very good territory if you know how to perform those strikes, because from here, when we close this close contact, punches are kind of useless unless you have really close hooks, but for the rest, mostly the elbows can be one of the most powerful strikes. Now, let's start with number one. Number one strike with the elbow number one, we call it by the numbers to identify them. We're gonna have always the leading elbow, or the jab elbow, whatever you wanna call it, or the cross elbow. Now, the striking point is about 2 inches or so just below the tip of your bone. You don't want to strike with your tip. It's about here. Now, another little trick. If you want to create a little bit more of a surface, striking surface, having the thumb down, it can help. I like even like that, striking directly, but thumb down can create a little better surface. Now remember, if one strikes, the other one protect. We never keep our hands down. So from here, front, rear. Now, this is the striking point. Let's do it here. Striking point can be everything to the face, neck, it's all good. We here, our front elbow, can be our rear. Okay? Now, number 2, we are now looking forward and our opponent comes from the side. So technically, I want to identify the threat first. Then if I decide it's a bad situation, I want to protect and strike. So, rotate, identify. It is not just my arm, it's moving all my body in. Okay, so again. Now, number 3. Right now, I am facing forward. Somebody touches me, could be a threat, could be not, or maybe I already know it's a threat, but I want to identify if I'm not sure. So right now I'm turning, identify the threat, protect, and strike. Turn, identify, and strike. Identify, strike. Identify, strike. Identify, strike. And of course, 1, 2, you can eventually, in case somebody tried to grab you, like a bear hug with open hands, open arms, you can create this movement. But 1 strike, 2 strike. Now, after 1, 2, 3, talking about number 4, I'm facing the opponent. This is an extremely close range, of course. It could be the perfect for an uppercut. But right now, powerful elbow is always better. So now think about I'm getting the hand into my ear, into my hair, and protecting myself. Boom. Now it's not just the elbow, it is also the hip and the knee. So, very powerful. 1 arm. Normally the leading arm is the closest one, but you can also do the other one. 1, 2. Okay? So that's number 4. Number 5, now the opponent give us the target of opportunity. Could be, for example, here, the base of the neck, a couple of inches just below the skull. But this is a very dangerous target. We must always morally, legally justify it. Can be incapacitating and also deadly. So now I'm dropping with my elbow straight to the base of the neck. So it's gonna be boom. So 1, 4, 5. Okay? Now 6 and 7. 6 now is from the rear. So 6, it is not just doing this with our hand, with our arm, but also rotating the hips. 6. Now, especially if I'm lined up with my target, it's going to be important that I shift my hips a little bit to one side to be sure my strike is centered to his belly, otherwise it's going to be outside. So 1. Now from 6, we go to 7. Because eventually when you strike him to the belly, the person will bend even a little bit. So we want to always follow up. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. Now important, 6, 7 is the same angle. I don't want to do 6 and 7. 6, 7, the same line. Okay? These are the 7 elbows. We have an 8th one. We can just mention it. Kind of almost like overhand punch. It is not more vertical or horizontal. It's going to be like oblique. This is horizontal. This is the other one that we call number 8. But we stick with number 7 for now, okay?